Right, I know I'm wearing an anime top, but I don't want people to go in the comments saying, I love that show, oh, so relatable. I've never watched anime in my life. Other than Pokemon. Does that count? I don't know. Group A, Ajax, Liverpool, Napoli, Rangers. Probably the best group if you think about atmosphere-wise. I mean, Anfield, that Rangers crowd is wild. Napoli got some top blokes as fans, haven't they? In first, I've got Liverpool. I just think they have the best team quality-wise with the likes of Mo Salah, Luis Diaz, Van Dijk and Alisson. And I just think you can't beat that atmosphere of Anfield, and that's what you really need. You need a great atmosphere for the Champions League. In second, I've got Napoli. I think Raspadori and then that Georgian winger. I have no clue what his name is, and I'm not going to try pronounce it because I'm not going to look like a fool, but they are actually quality, and I do think Spalletti is a very underrated manager. I think English fans who don't really embrace Italian football should look into this guy. Very good tactically. In third, and I've got Rangers. They did really well in Europe last season with getting to the Europa League final, but for me, the fact that I've put them in third means that I just don't think they're good enough. Also, after that 4-0 defeat to Celtic, shows their rivals probably have a better chance of getting through. In fourth, and I've got Ajax. Yes, I know this is not a very good prediction. In fact, it's probably borderline stupid, but I went for it because if it does happen, you can remember that Macca Football did it. Me personally, I don't like the new manager. I'm not sure what his name is, but I think he doesn't back his players. I think he actually likes to throw his players under the bus, and I think tactically he's not really good enough. Also, we're forgetting about the fact that they've lost about 528 of their star players. They've lost Gravenberch, Martinez, Onana, Anthony, so many more. On to Group B with Porto, Atletico Madrid, Leverkusen and Club Brugge. The fact that Club Brugge are in the Champions League and Manchester United are not, it's just embarrassing for my club, isn't it? But next year, we'll be back. We will be back. In first, and I've got Atletico. I think Simeone is a very good manager when it comes to the Champions League because, especially in this group stage, he loves to park the bus. That's what he did against my team, United, and that's what he does against every other team in the Champions League. And fair play to him because it gets points. Also, they just have unreal depth. I remember watching a pre-season match of Atletico Madrid and seeing when they put on like 7 new players. Griezmann, João Felix, Llorente. It's just crazy how many good players they have in their squad. In second, and I have Porto. Now, when I think about the Champions League, I don't know if it's just me. I think it's everyone, actually. When I always think about Porto in the Champions League, I always think about Porto doing well and getting some fantastic wins. So, I don't know. It's crap logic, but yeah, that's all I've got, really, other than the fact that they're the best team in Portugal. In third, and I've got Leverkusen. Now, they never do well in Europe. Hence why you never hear their name with the Champions League, Europa League or Conference. But I do think Hudson-Odoi is a good addition, and I think, he could actually probably be their best player. So for any German fans watching, yeah, I'm not even going to kid myself. We've got no German fans watching. But just in case there's some man who's German, Hudson-Odoi is a good player. On to fourth, and I've got Club Brugge. I just think they're easily the worst team, and the fact that they've lost to Catalan, their best player, to AC Milan, very good prospect. I just think they've absolutely got no chance. Group C, Bayern, Barca, Inter, and Plzen? I don't know. This is easily the group of death, but the thing I think we should actually focus on about this group is Barca's mental state. The fact that they've got Bayern Munich again, I just feel sorry for the lads. First, I've got Bayern Munich. I think they're the best team in Germany. Well, of course they are. And I think, they're one of those big teams in Europe. So if they didn't get first, I think we'd all be massively surprised. And one thing I think you guys will be surprised with me saying is I don't actually think they'll miss Lewandowski because their playstyle has adapted over Nagelsmann and their wingers have actually become quite vital for the team. In second, and I have Barcelona. I think they concede too much. They conceded 3 against City and they keep on conceding against these mid-table La Liga sides, so that's why they won't come first. I will give it to them. Great signings. Koundé, great signing. Lewandowski, great signing. But the issue is they need to gel. Third, I've got Inter. I think Inzaghi is an extremely underrated manager. I genuinely love the man because tactically he is superb. And along with the new signing Lukaku, he will bring bags of goals. He scored on his debut and we're going to see that a lot. In fourth, and I have Plzen. Sorry, Plzen fans, but it doesn't really help the fact that I have no clue who you are. Group D, Frankfurt, Spurs, Sporting, Marseille. I actually think this is an underrated group, to be fair. In first, we've got Spurs, and I just think Conte is tactically perfect, and the likes of Richarlison, Perisic and Basuma, the three new signings, well, in particular the three best new signings, just add depth to the squad, and that's what you really need in a group stage, because players will be tired after that Saturday in the Premier League, or even a Monday night football, and then next thing you know, bloody Thursday, you've got a Champions League match. Or is it Wednesday? I don't even know anymore. I'm so used to watching United in the Europa League, I get them mixed up. In second, I've got Marseille. These are easily the dark horses. You heard it first. I just think, you know, they're a decent squad, and they've already given the title to PSG, so they won't really be focusing on French football. I think they'll be focusing on European football more. In third, I've got Frankfurt. They did win the Europa League last season, so I think people will be coming into this who don't actually watch the side thinking that's a team to look out for in the Champions League. I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they got 13th in the Bundesliga. Bit stinky, so yeah. Back to Europa. In fourth, I've got Sporting. I think Amorim is one of the best young coaches in the world, and he will move up to a top elite side in the next couple of years. I definitely think so. The reasoning for them coming last is because their side is soulless. They've lost all their midfield talents. They lost Nunes to Wolves, they lost Paulinho to Fulham, their two best midfielders, and then they lost their star boy in midfield. I forgot his name, but he went to Ajax. Group E, Milan, Chelsea, Salzburg, Dynamo Zagreb. Boring. First, AC Milan. They won the Scudetto last season, so, you know, they're a top side now, and I just think, you know, in that backline with Tomori, Kalulu, Theo Hernandez and Calabria, I don't think they'll concede much either. Second, I've got Chelsea, and you guys know, it's became a joke on the channel. I don't like Tuchel. I don't. I mean, I've made it very vocal. I vocalised it a lot in the Game Week episodes, but I just think he can't make those big decisions. Like, to be an elite level manager, you can't just know tactics. You have to know how to deal with a squad. You have to know who to sell, when to buy, who to buy, and he just can't do that stuff. Sterling will get him through though. He's been on absolute fire recently. Third, Salzburg. I don't actually think they'll miss Adeyemi, if I'm honest. I think Haaland and Patson Dagka were way bigger losses, but you know, they're not as good. They're nowhere close. You know what? Let me rephrase this. They are marginally worse than Chelsea and Milan, so they've got no chance. But I know they're on the right team. Got it out that time. Fourth, Zagreb. They did alright in the qualifiers. They got through, so fair play. I'll give that to you. But you've got no chance. Group F, Real Madrid, RB Leipzig, Shakhtar and Celtic. Real Madrid losing to Shakhtar, both home and away, incoming. They always get Shakhtar for some reason, and they always lose to them, so expect that. First, Real Madrid. They won the Champions League last season. Would you expect me to put them for? Second, Leipzig. I love Tedesco's work. Ever since he came in from that Jesse Marsch reign, he's just absolutely taken that team and just brought them success. And I think the likes of Werner joining, he scored in his debut, an absolute blinder, and I think we'll see more of that coming in the Champions League. Third, Celtic. I think they're the best team in Scotland by a huge margin now, and I just think, you know, it's unlucky for them because they got a hard group. I think they are good enough for the knockouts in the Champions League, if I'm being honest, but you're just not good enough for this group per se. Fourth, Shakhtar. I hate to put them fourth because of what happened, but after that invasion, they've just lost tons of players, including the likes of David Neres and Tete and Dodo. But, you know, I'm rooting for them. I want them to win the Champions League. Let's go Shakhtar. You can do this, lad. Group G, Manchester City, Sevilla, Dortmund and Copenhagen. This is a joke. Manchester City, again, getting the easiest group. No, I've had enough of it. Dortmund aren't even that good. Sevilla are crap. Copenhagen, who the bloody hell are they? Don't worry, I'm joking. I know who they are, but they've just been so lucky, haven't they? City always get the lucky draw. First, after that, I mean, I couldn't say like Copenhagen, could I? Of course, it's going to be Manchester City. I just think Haaland has absolutely transformed this team. He got double hat-tricks, and, you know, we will see that in the Champions League because he is an absolute monster. He is going to carry them to a perfect group stage placing. They will get maximum points. Second, Dortmund. I don't think they'll do that well, let's be realistic, and I don't like how they play. Full stop. yeah, I've really got nothing positive to say about Dortmund. I'm not really a big fan of them. Third, Sevilla, they lost their best players with the likes of Koundé leaving, Campos. What's that guy's name? Yeah, Diego Carlos. How could I forget that? But Diego Carlos and Koundé are their two best defenders, arguably two best players, and you've replaced them with someone from Galatasaray and a youngster from Bayern. It's really not going to work out. Fourth, Copenhagen. From what I've seen of them, they're actually a positive team who can scrap for points, but the issue is they're not on the calibre of Champions League sides. Group H, PSG, Juventus, Benfica and Haifa. Who's Haifa? First, PSG. I think Galtier is an absolute mastermind. I rate the guy so much. The king of French football. And he will take this team to the top of the top. I think they can definitely win the Champions League this year. Alongside with actually one of their best players so far, Neymar. I think he's got the most goal contributions out of anyone in the top 5 leagues. And he's just on fire at the moment. Second, Juventus. They easily have the boringest play style in the whole of the Champions League. But the issue is, actually ask Juventus fans. They hate the way Allegri plays, but the man gets points. I've got to respect him. It's a bit like Simeone. It's a fair play. They'll scrap us for a second. Third, Benfica. I like Benfica. I really do. And I do rate some of the players. But the issue is they're not good enough for Champions League. But I do think they're good enough for Europa League. Hence why I put them in third. Fourth, Haifa. It doesn't really help that I've never seen your team, never heard of your team, doesn't know where your team come from, doesn't know a single player on your squad, doesn't even know what your logo looks like or your team colours. I think I've said enough there.